Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Renuka with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Noida International Airport at Jewar in Uttar Pradesh, says better infrastructure transforms the entire region by transforming people's lives. Prime Minister terms Noida International Airport as logistics gateway of northern India. President Ramnath Kovind to lead Constitution Day celebrations in Parliament Central Hall tomorrow. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu emphasizes the need for reforms in UN Security Council and other key international organizations. Addresses 13th Asia-Europe Summit virtually. Government has ensured ease of doing Hajj by introducing effective and far-sighted reforms, says Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. India reiterates its commitment to contribute constructively to the implementation of Shanghai Cooperation Organization's mandate. India's candidate Praveen Sinha elected as delegate for Asia on the Executive Committee of Interpol. In Indonesia Open Badminton, PV Sindhu and B. Sai Praneeth sail into quarter-finals in Bali. Sathik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty win their doubles match. In FIH Men's Junior Hockey World Cup, match underway between India and Canada at Bhubaneswar. And in cricket, hosts were 258 for 4 against New Zealand at Stumps on the opening day of Kanpur Test. As India created history by administering over 100 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, All India Radio salutes all doctors, nurses, frontline workers and all those who got vaccinated and made this possible. Even though the country has achieved this feat, we caution our listeners that the battle against COVID is not yet over. We appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. Please continue following these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 01123978046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today laid the foundation stone of the Noida International Airport at Jewar in Gautam Budh Nagar of Uttar Pradesh. Speaking on the occasion, the Prime Minister said this new airport will play an instrumental role in development by paving the way for modern infrastructure. He said the best modern infrastructure is being developed in the new India of the 21st century.
21वीं सदी का नया भारत आज एक से बढ़कर एक बेहतरीन आधुनिक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का निर्माण कर रहा है। बेहतर सड़कें, बेहतर रेल नेटवर्क, बेहतर एयरपोर्ट, ये सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स ही नहीं होते, बल्कि ये पूरे क्षेत्र का कायाकल्प कर देते हैं। गरीब हो या मध्यम वर्ग, किसान हो या व्यापारी, मजदूर हो या उद्यमी, हर किसी को इसका बहुत बहुत लाभ मिलता है।
The Prime Minister said this airport will not only provide tremendous employment opportunities to the people, but will also play a vital role in increasing exports from the region.
ये एयरपोर्ट विमानों के रखरखाव, रिपेयर और ऑपरेशन का भी देश का सबसे बड़ा सेंटर होगा। यहाँ 40 एकड़ में मेंटेनेंस, रिपेयर एंड ओवरहॉल MRO सुविधा बनेगी, जो देश विदेश के विमानों को सर्विस देगी और सैकड़ों युवाओं को रोजगार उपलब्ध कराएगी।
Terming the Noida International Airport the logistics gateway of northern India, Mr. Modi said it will make the entire region a powerful reflection of the National Gati Shakti Master Plan.
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट की ताकत और बढ़ जाती है जब उनके साथ सीमलेस कनेक्टिविटी हो, लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी हो। नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट कनेक्टिविटी की दृष्टि से भी एक बेहतरीन मॉडल बनेगा। नोएडा इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट उत्तरी भारत का लॉजिस्टिक गेटवे बनेगा। ये इस पूरे क्षेत्र को नेशनल गति शक्ति मास्टर प्लान का एक सशक्त प्रतिबिंब बनाएगा.
Attacking the previous governments for ignoring the development of Uttar Pradesh, Mr. Modi said they always showed false dreams to the people of the state. He said Uttar Pradesh is scaling a new height of development under the present BJP government and making a significant mark in the national and international arena.
पहले की सरकारों ने जिस उत्तर प्रदेश को अभाव और अंधकार में बनाए रखा, वही उत्तर प्रदेश आज राष्ट्रीय ही नहीं, अंतर्राष्ट्रीय छाप छोड़ रहा है. उत्तर प्रदेश यानी उत्तम सुविधा, निरंतर निवेश. यूपी की इसी अंतर्राष्ट्रीय पहचान को यूपी की इंटरनेशनल एयर कनेक्टिविटी नए आयाम दे रही है. आने वाले 2-3 सालों में जब एयरपोर्ट काम करना शुरू करेगा तो यूपी 5 इंटरनेशनल एयरपोर्ट वाला राज्य बन जाएगा.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, Union Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia and several state ministers were present during the occasion. Addressing the event, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said, Noida International Airport at Jewar will play a major role in the development of Western Uttar Pradesh. He said it will create immense employment opportunities for the people. Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia said, this airport will attract investments worth 60,000 crore rupees after becoming operational. He said over 1 lakh employment opportunities will be generated with the operationalization of this airport.
Constitution Day will be celebrated in the Central Hall of Parliament House tomorrow. President Ramnath Kovind will be leading the celebrations of Constitution Day. The occasion will also be graced by Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, ministers, MPs and other dignitaries. The general public has been requested to join President Kovind in reading preamble to the Constitution following all COVID-19 protocols. Our correspondent has filed this report.
A large number of people are expected to participate in the mass preamble reading tomorrow. The preamble is the introductory statement in the Constitution which states the guiding values of the Constitution. Preamble declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. The people of India are revealed to be the source of the authority of the Indian Constitution. The objectives stated by the preamble are to secure justice, liberty, equality to all citizens and promote fraternity to maintain unity and integrity of the nation. It was adopted on 26th November 1949 by the Constituent Assembly of India and came into effect on 26th January 1950. With Anupam Mishra, Suparna Saikia, AIR News, Delhi.
On the eve of Constitution Day, the News Services Division of All India Radio will bring a special discussion on various facets of Indian Constitution in Spotlight program tonight. This discussion can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official, and on our website, newsonair.gov.in.
President Ramnath Kovind has said that the new education policy being implemented in the country will improve creative skills among the youth and give strength to the regional languages. The President was speaking at the centenary celebrations of Harcourt Butler Technical University, HBTU, in Kanpur.
मुझे ये जानकर प्रसन्नता हुई कि राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति 2020 को कार्य रूप देने के लिए एचबीटीयू में समुचित प्रयास किए जा रहे हैं। नई शिक्षा नीति द्वारा ऐसी उच्चतर शिक्षा की व्यवस्था की जानी है जो परंपरा से पोषण प्राप्त करती हो और अपने दृष्टिकोण में आधुनिक व भविष्य उन्मुख भी हो। नई शिक्षा नीति में त्रिभाषा सूत्र की संस्तुति की गई है। इससे विद्यार्थियों में सृजनात्मक क्षमता विकसित होगी तथा भारतीय भाषाओं की ताकत और बढ़ेगी।
Addressing the gathering, Mr. Ramnath Kovind said that girl students should be encouraged to enter the field of technical education.
मैंने ये भी देखा है कि तकनीकी शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में आज भी हमारी बेटियों की भागीदारी संतोषजनक नहीं है। मुझे बताया गया है कि हरकोट बटलर टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी में भी पीएचडी में तो छात्र छात्रा का अनुपात लगभग बराबर है, लेकिन बीटेक और एमटेक में छात्राओं की संख्या छात्रों की अपेक्षा कम है। आज समय की जरूरत है कि बेटियों को तकनीकी शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में भी आगे बढ़ने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया जाए। इससे महिला सशक्तिकरण को भी बढ़ावा मिलेगा।
Union Minister for Minority Affairs, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, today said that the government has ensured ease of doing Hajj by introducing effective and far-sighted reforms such as abolition of Hajj subsidy, allowing Muslim women to proceed for Hajj without mehram, and following cent-per-cent online booking process. Addressing a review meeting in Mumbai along with senior officials of Hajj Committee of India regarding preparations for Hajj 2022, Mr. Naqvi informed that the last date for submission of forms for Hajj 2022 is 31st of January. He said that all women under the without mehram category will be exempted from the lottery system. Mr. Naqvi informed that the Hajj mobile app has been upgraded with the tagline Hajj app in your hand. Mr. Naqvi clarified that only fully vaccinated citizens will be allowed for the pilgrimage.
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Noida International Airport at Jewar in Uttar Pradesh. Says better infrastructure transforms the entire region by transforming people's lives. Prime Minister terms Noida International Airport as logistics gateway of northern India. President Ramnath Kovind to lead the Constitution Day celebrations in Parliament Central Hall tomorrow. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu emphasizes the need for reforms in UN Security Council and other key international organizations, addresses 13th Asia-Europe Summit virtually. Government has ensured ease of doing Hajj by introducing effective and far-sighted reforms, says Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. India reiterates its commitment to contribute constructively to the implementation of Shanghai Cooperation Organization's mandate. India's candidate Praveen Sinha elected as delegate for Asia on the Executive Committee of Interpol. In Indonesia Open Badminton, PV Sindhu and B. Sai Praneeth sail into quarterfinals in Bali. Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty win their doubles match. In FIH Men's Junior Hockey World Cup, match underway between India and Canada at Bhubaneswar. And in cricket, India posts 258 for 4 against New Zealand at stumps on the opening day of Kanpur Test. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
स्वाधीनता आंदोलन के दौरान भारतीय जनमानस को उत्प्रेरित कर स्वतंत्रता का अलख जगाने और मातृभूमि के प्रति सेवा, समर्पण और त्याग की ज्वाला प्रज्वलित कर देने वाले अमर गीतों पर आधारित विशेष कार्यक्रम आजादी के तराने सुनना न भूलें। FM गोल्ड 100.1 मेगाहर्ट्ज पर प्रत्येक शुक्रवार शाम 4:45 पर परिक्रमा कार्यक्रम के अंतर्गत आजादी के तराने सिर्फ आकाशवाणी पर।
Welcome back. You're listening to the evening news. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today emphasized the need for reforms in the United Nations Security Council and other key international organizations to make them reflective of contemporary realities and capable enough to deal with contemporary challenges. Addressing the first plenary session of the 13th Asia-Europe meeting ASEM summit virtually from New Delhi today, Mr. Naidu said that the world is witnessing and grappling with rapid economic, technological and security challenges, and the current multilateral system has fallen short in providing an effective response to these challenges. He also emphasized that reformed multilateralism is a key driving principle that India has pursued for a purposeful reform of existing global institutional structures. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today highlighted India's commitment to contribute constructively to the implementation of the mandate of Shanghai Cooperation Organization at the 20th meeting of the SCO Council of Heads of Government. He said, as the world moves towards practical implementation of trade and economic agenda of SCO, climate change impact of joint activities must be paid heed to. Dr. Jaishankar added that Prime Minister Modi's recent call for One Sun, One World, One Grid and Green Grid initiatives are expected to lead the development of a cohesive and robust global grid. The External Affairs Minister said COVID pandemic has exposed the weakness of global institutions, and it is time now to bring in the much-needed reforms to the global institutions, including the World Health Organization. He stressed on the need for reformed and reinvigorated multilateralism that reflects today's realities, which gives voice to all stakeholders, addresses contemporary challenges, and puts human beings at the center of thought and policies.
India's candidate Praveen Sinha, Special Director of Central Bureau of Investigation, was today elected as Delegate for Asia on the Executive Committee of the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol. The elections were held in Istanbul, Turkey, during the ongoing 89th Interpol General Assembly. Sources said this was a tough election, with India running against 4 other contestants for 2 posts. The 4 contestants were China, Singapore, South Korea, and Jordan. Today's victory is the result of an intense and well-coordinated election campaign across the world. Crucial support of friendly countries was sought at bilateral engagements at different levels. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said that India has been elected to the UNESCO World Heritage Committee for 2021 to 25. In a tweet, the minister termed it as a good day for Indian diplomacy, as Praveen Sinha was also elected to the Interpol Executive Committee.
The Indian Air Force has received a boost to its fighter jet fleet as 2 second-hand Mirage 2000 fighter aircraft have arrived from France at its Gwalior Air Base. The 2 aircraft were acquired by the Indian Air Force as part of the program to make up the number of aircraft in the Mirage fighter fleet to around 50. Home Minister Amit Shah today re-emphasized that growth of infrastructure and peace in northeastern states is the topmost priority of the Union government. Speaking at the Indian Chambers of Commerce (ICC) on empowering Northeast India, Mr. Shah said,
जब हम नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए बात करने के लिए इकट्ठा हुए हैं, तब मैं सबसे पहले तो आईसीसी को बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि आपने उचित समय पर नॉर्थ ईस्ट पर फोकस करने का निर्णय किया है.
The Home Minister said Prime Minister Modi has visited northeastern states more than 50 times after 2014. The Home Minister said political stability and peace have been established in the northeast and all state governments in the region have completed their respective 5-year terms.
The centre has constituted a group of food secretaries from states along with senior officers of the central government to deliberate on the framework of the Community Kitchen scheme. Food and Public Distribution Minister Piyush Goyal today made this announcement. Addressing the All India Food Ministers meeting in New Delhi, Mr. Goyal stated that Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana (PMGKAY) is probably the world's largest food program undertaken during COVID period. He said no one in the country was deprived of food grains. The minister said it should be our resolve that quality food grains should reach the beneficiaries in all parts of the country. India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed 120 crore landmark milestone today. Over 120 crore 17 lakh doses have been administered till now. The Health Ministry said more than 74,59,000 vaccine doses were administered today.
In our bilingual live phone-in program, Corona Jagrita series, Dr. Sanjeev Saxena from Pushpavati Singhania Research Institute, PSRI, New Delhi, will be with us tonight to answer the queries related to coronavirus. Listeners can ask questions to the expert from 9:30 p.m. onwards on toll-free number 1800-115767 and on telephone number 011-2331-4444. You can also post your queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of this struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember nationalist and educationist Sadhu Vaswani, who was born on 25th of November 1879. An early supporter of Mahatma Gandhi's non-cooperation movement, Vaswani helmed as the principal of several prestigious colleges and later redefined learning through the Mira movement in education. He was a prolific writer who authored several books in English and his mother tongue, Sindhi.
Sadhu Vaswani was born Thavardas Leelaram Vaswani in the Sindh area of undivided India. After completing his college, Vaswani asked his mother for permission to devote his life to the service of God and man. However, she did not agree, and Vaswani started teaching. Later, he accepted a position as Professor of History and Philosophy at Metropolitan College in Calcutta. It was in Calcutta that Vaswani found his guru, Pramotolal Sen. In July 1910, Vaswani, along with his guru, sailed to Berlin to participate in the World Congress of Religions. Vaswani spoke to the conference as a representative of India and expressed a message of peace and tranquility.
लोगों के हित कारण जग में प्रीतम आप पधार्या लोगों के हित कारण जग में प्रीतम आप पधार्या.
Vaswani belonged to a time when patriotism manifested itself as a struggle for freedom from colonial rule. He worked as a close associate of Mahatma Gandhi in the Satyagraha movement. He wrote many books to inspire the youth of the country to offer themselves in dedicated service to the motherland.
He looked at the freedom movement as something more than the ousting of the colonial ruler. To him, it included the spiritual upliftment of India to free the masses from the shackles of poverty and to restore a sense of human dignity to every human.
नैनों में एक नाम कुमारी हृदय में प्रभु मूरत प्यारी मंदिर मस्जिद और शिवाला प्रेम का दीदार कराया.
Sadhu Vaswani was far ahead of his times. He spoke about women's upliftment and an ideal world-class education blended in character building in times when the country was still struggling for freedom from the British Raj and women were confined to the household. In 1933, the Meera School for Girls was inaugurated, and this school laid the cornerstone of the Meera movement in education.
Sadhu Vaswani dropped his mortal frame on the 16th of January 1966 at the age of 86. His passing was mourned across the globe. We salute this great Indian spiritual nationalist who not only worked for the independence of the country, but also for the spiritual independence of the Indians.
Today, we also remember renowned poet, social reformer, and freedom fighter Dulabhaya Kag, who was born on November the 25th, 1902 in Saurashtra, Gujarat. Kag is known for publishing Kagvani, an 8-volume work consisting of devotional songs as well as songs based on Gandhian philosophy and the Bhudan movement. He wrote eulogies for Mahatma Gandhi and Vinoba Bhave.
In 1962, Kag was awarded the Padma Shri by the Government of India. He died on the 2nd of February 1977 at the age of 74. While Kag himself could not go to school beyond elementary, his poems today form a part of curriculum ranging from elementary to master's courses. On the 25th of November 2004, the Department of Posts released a commemorative stamp to mark Kag's 102nd birth anniversary.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
Best wishes to all consumers for Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. Hallmark ensures purity of gold. Always purchase Hallmark gold jewelry. For any consumer-related complaints, please contact National Consumer Helpline's toll-free number 14404. Issued in public interest by Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India. Jago Grahak Jago.
The 6th day of cinematic festivity is underway at the 52nd International Film Festival of India in Goa. Connoisseurs and film lovers are queuing up to enjoy the festival. A report.
Films such as Bharat Prakriti Ka Balak, The Red Tree, Vastu Purush and The Giants evoked an incredibly good response from cinephiles today. The directors and artists of the film Me Vasantrao, Sweet Biryani, Sainberry to Sandesh Kali and Soonpat addressed the press today. Marathi film Me Vasantrao is in contention for the Golden Peacock for the best film at IFFI this year.
कला ही कलाकाराच्या आयुष्याचा आरसा आहे असं म्हणतात.
Director of the movie Nipun Dharmadikari expressed satisfaction that the film was being liked by film buffs. Speaking about his Gadwali movie Soonpat, director Rahul Rawat said that it displays the plight of his state Uttarakhand. This year, IFFI is providing a platform for talented women filmmakers from around the world. Director Setare Eskandari, whose film The Son of That Moon is being screened at the festival.
I'm glad to be here in Goa Festival. As a woman filmmaker, there are two important issues for me to focus in my first film, love and silence. These are two vital elements underlining the importance of life and words.
Actor Ricardo Bombaghi and musician Alvaro Magodo were given a warm welcome on the red carpet today. Director Vajra Pancharya's masterclass was yet another salient feature of this day, with input from Mukesh Thali, Pavan, IFFI Desk, Goa.
Ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu today registered a comfortable straight game win over Germany's Yvonne Lee to cruise into the women's single quarterfinals of the Indonesia Open in Bali. In men's singles, Indian player B. Sai Praneeth defeated Christo Popov of France by 2-1. However, Kidambi Srikanth lost 0-2 in direct set to Denmark's Victor Axelsen in the pre-quarter match. In men's doubles, Indian duo Satvik Sairaj Ranki-Reddy and Chirag Shetty defeated Korean players Aim H. Kang and S.J. Seo by 2-1 to cruise into the quarterfinal.
In the first cricket test at Green Park in Kanpur, India were 258 for the loss of 4 wickets in the first innings on day 1 against New Zealand. Debutant Shreyas Iyer on 75 and Ravindra Jadeja on 50 were at the crease when stumps were drawn. On day 2 of Men's Junior Hockey World Cup at Bhubaneswar, the match between India and Canada is underway. India were leading 8-1 when reports last came in.
In Tamil Nadu, the Regional Met Department has issued a red alert for Tuticorin, Tirunelveli, Tenkasi and Ramanathapuram districts tomorrow. According to the earlier forecast, the prevailing upper air cyclonic circulation in South Bay of Bengal, which was expected to turn into a low pressure trough, continues to be a cyclonic circulation over southwest Bay of Bengal off South Sri Lanka coast. It continues to hover about 3.1 kilometers mean sea level, bringing heavy rains to the southern districts. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. The national capital, Delhi, will have a shallow fog. The temperature will vary between 12 and 28 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have mainly clear sky. The minimum temperature will be 24 and the maximum is around 34. Chennai is expected to witness generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. The temperature will vary between 24 and 29 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have mainly clear sky. Temperature will vary between 19 and 29 degrees. Hyderabad will witness partly cloudy sky. Guwahati, Imphal, Shillong, Agartala and Aizawl will have fog in the morning and mainly clear sky. Kohima, Itanagar will have mainly clear sky. Gangtok will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi lays foundation stone of Noida International Airport at Jewar in Uttar Pradesh. Says better infrastructure transforms the entire region by transforming people's lives. Prime Minister terms Noida International Airport as logistics gateway of northern India. President Ramnath Kovind to lead Constitution Day celebrations in Parliament Central Hall tomorrow. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu emphasizes the need for reforms in UN Security Council and other key international organizations. Addresses 13th Asia-Europe Summit virtually. Government has ensured ease of doing Hajj by introducing effective and far-sighted reforms, says Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. India reiterates its commitment to contribute constructively to the implementation of SCO's mandate. India's candidate Praveen Sinha elected as delegate for Asia on the Executive Committee of Interpol. In Indonesia Open Badminton, PV Sindhu and B. Sai Praneeth sailed into quarterfinals in Bali. Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy, Chirag Shetty win their doubles match, and in cricket, India posts 258 for 4 against New Zealand at Stumps on the opening day of Kanpur Test. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.